Today we will discuss about the XT-VT graph. What are the XT graph? That is the position on the y-axis and time on x-axis. And what is the physical significance of the position time graph? Significance means where we can use these graphs, and by using these graphs what parameter we can calculate to study the motion of the object. And similarly the velocity time graph, the VT graph, how they can be plotted and what is their significance. Dear students, in today's lecture we will discuss about the importance of XT and VT graph and how they can be plotted. So first one is position time graph. This is position time graphs, and first graph is when the object is at rest. Dear students, in class 9th you have studied this term, when the object is at rest. It means the object is not changing its position with respect to time. So take the graph like this. Here on x-axis you will take time, and on y-axis you will take position. This position is represented as x and time is represented as t. That's why this is known as XT graph. This x may be distance and this x may be displacement. That's why we call it as position. That's why we call the graph as position time graph. Remember one thing, students, this is important. Suppose you are going to calculate the formula for multiplication. If any formula is having multiplication, then what you will calculate? Suppose for the multiplication formula, you are going to find the significance. What you will do? You will calculate the area under the curve or area under the graph. Remember this thing. If your formula is having multiplication, for the significance what you have to do? You have to find the area under the curve. And if you are having the formula having division, what you will do? For significance, you will find the slope of the graph, slope of curve or graph. How the slope is calculated? The slope is calculated as value of the graph on y-axis divided by value of the graph on x-axis, or tangent of the theta of the angle. You can calculate the slope. These two things you have to remember for studying the significance of XT or VT graph. So first graph is, what will be the nature of the graph when the object is at rest? Rest means the object is not changing its position. Suppose initially the object is at 10 meter when you have started your observation. The object is at at point of 10 meter. Then time passes, an object remains at 10 meter. Again the time passes, time go on increasing, and the object is at the same position. So this gives you the object at rest. This is position, this is time. Do you have any formula that distance into time or displacement into time? Do you have any kind of formula? The answer is no. So there is no significance of this graph in terms of area. No formula. So no significance in terms of area. This is the important point about this. You can calculate slope of this term. I will tell you how to calculate the slope in the next graph. So I think this is clear to you. When the object is at rest, then the position will not be changed and the shape of xt graph is like this. Second is, draw the xt graph, position time graph for uniform motion and give its significance. First, draw the graph for uniform motion. Uniform motion means when the object is moving and it is traveling equal distances in equal interval of time. That kind of motion is known as uniform motion. So draw the xt graph. This is position, this is time, and mark the time intervals. Suppose this is 5 seconds, 10 seconds, 15 seconds and 20 seconds. Time is in seconds and distance is in meters. Suppose this is 10 meter, this is 20 meter and 30 meter, 40 meter. And if it is traveling an interval of 5 seconds, again it is traveling an interval of 5 seconds and like this. So the graph is a straight line. What is the nature of the graph? You will write here, the graph is a straight line. You can say xt graph is a straight line inclined to time axis. These are the points. So what is the significance? For significance, first you see, is there any formula of the multiplication? Position into time? No. So you cannot calculate the area under the graph. Is there any formula for division? Distance divided by time? Yes. You have speed. If it is displacement, then displacement divided by time, that is velocity. It means we are having the relation in division, and for division I told you that we will calculate the slope of the graph. For calculation of this graph, either consider this origin point, or suppose this is B, A, B, C and D. You can consider any 2 points on the graph which are on the line. Suppose I am considering the point B and point D. So draw the perpendicular from point D on y-axis. This is at 40, and from D point on x-axis, this is time 20. And similarly draw the perpendicular at y-axis and perpendicular at x-axis. This line BD, this line BD is inclined, this is in the XY plane, you can say this is in this plane. This BD line is having the value on y-axis at these 2 points. This B point you can write it as x1 and D point you can write it as x2. This line, this length on y-axis is equivalent to this much length, and this length on x-axis is equivalent to, suppose you are having this point is T1 and perpendicular which meet here, this point is T2. Now you have to find this distance on x-axis and this distance on y-axis. What is x2 here? x2 is this value total. What is x1 here? x1 is this. How you can calculate this distance? You can calculate x2 minus x1. So this distance is x2 minus x1. Similarly, this total value is T2. This value is T1. And what about this? This is T2 minus T1. So value of BD on y-axis is x2 minus x1 and value of BD on x-axis is T2 minus T1. So you can write it here as slope is equal to value of BD on y-axis divided by value of BD on x-axis. So slope is equal to value on y-axis is x2 minus x1 divided by value on x-axis, that is time axis, is T2 minus T1. What is this? If it is displacement, then change in displacement or difference between the final value and initial value, displacement per unit time. What it gives? This gives us velocity. So slope of BD gives us velocity. If this is distance, this will be distance upon time, it will give us speed. So the xt graph for uniform motion is a straight line inclined at any angle theta on time axis, and the significance is the slope of this graph will give us the velocity or speed. If it is inclined at an angle theta, so we can also find the value on y-axis. Suppose you are having this triangle. If this angle is theta, this angle is also theta because these two parallel lines are there and this is the transversal line. So this angle is also theta. So this value on y-axis x2 minus x1, this value on x-axis T2 minus T1. So what is tangent theta? This tangent theta is perpendicular by base. This is x2 minus x1 divided by T2 minus T1, and this is also equal to slope. So we can have formula slope here. Slope is equal to tangent theta is equal to x2 minus x1 divided by T2 minus T1. So you have to learn this formula. This is the important result for the significance of xt graph. Draw the position time graph for an accelerating object. For an accelerating object, it has two cases. One part is for speeding up object, for speeding up, and second part is for speeding down. You have to plot the graph for these two cases. Let me tell you one thing. If y is directly proportional to x square, if you have this kind of relation, in this situation, the graph is like the parabola. This is the parabolic graph, this kind of graph. How this is so? You can have the value. If you are putting 0 in place of x, you will have 0 here. If you will put plus minus 1 in place of x, you will have y is equal to 1. So this is y-axis and this is x-axis. This is plus x-axis, this is minus x-axis. For plus 1, you will have one value for y. Suppose this is 1. Similarly here, for 1 minus 1 and for plus 1, y is having only one value. For minus 2, if you will have minus 2 and here you will have plus 2, you have two values like this. This is a parabolic graph. If you have y is directly proportional to t square or y is directly proportional to x square, if you are having the square on right hand side, this shape of the graph is like the parabola. So for the relation between acceleration and displacement or distance is like the square rule. It is following like this. So the xt graph for case A for speeding up object is like this, or you can have the graph like this. This is position, this is the parabola, this is time, this is upward parabola. Again this is position and this is time on x-axis and position on y-axis. This graph is showing the displacement as positive because the initial value is less than the final value. This is x2 minus x1 is positive, or you can say greater than 0. So the velocity will increase and hence the acceleration will increase, and this is the case of speeding up. Similarly, for the speeding down case, plot the graph. This is x and t. The graph will be like this. This is starting from 0, or you can have this kind of graph. This kind of graph you can say, this kind of graph you may have. So this is x or t. Here the displacement is negative, velocity is negative, so acceleration is negative, and you can say this is speeding down graph. Speeding down graph means the speed of the object is decreasing. Speed is decreasing, you are applying brake or you are retarding motion. You are applying brake, you are stopping the vehicle. So this kind of graph you may have. One more question is also there. That these graphs are possible or not. You have to tell whether these graphs are possible to draw or not. This is position time graph. This is distance time graph. And this is again position time graph. So you have to tell that these graphs are possible or not. Suppose this is first, second and third figure. So in first case, this graph is not possible. What is the justification behind this? This is showing that time is constant. The distance is 10 meter 20 meter, this is 30 meter, this is 40 meter. But the time t is constant. This is not possible. Why this is not possible? Because time never remains constant. One cause, time is always changing. Object may remain constant at constant position, but time is always moving on. Time is always going on. Second thing, if you calculate the slope for this, suppose this is the initial position x1, this is the final position x2. So the slope, that is x2 minus x1, and here the time is t, here the time is also t, t minus t. This is x2 minus x1 divided by 0, and this is infinity. It means the speed of the object is infinity, and this is again not possible. So first graph is not possible graph. 2 cause the time is never constant, and second the slope of the graph is equal to infinity, which shows that speed of the object is infinity, which is not possible. What about the second graph? This second graph, for distance can never be negative, distance can never decreases, it always increases. For distance, this 2 graph is not possible, because distance is the total path length traveled by the object, and distance can never be negative, or you can say never be decreasing. So this graph is not possible for distance, but for displacement, it is the negative velocity, or you can say the retarding motion. So for displacement, this graph is possible. For distance, this graph is not possible. What about the third case, whether this graph is possible or not possible? This is time t1, the position is x1. At time t1 again, the position is x2. So at one time, the object may not be at 2 positions. So this third case again not possible. Why this is not possible? The answer is because at same time the object may not be, the object cannot be at 2 positions. It will be only at 1 position, 2 positions. So this xt graph is not possible. Understood? So next graph is vt graphs.